Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show podcast. If you like the show, Simran and I would really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Big show in store for you today. We talked about a massive job hunt in the aviation industry. If you want to be crew, if you want an office-based job, if you want to be a pilot, FlyDubai is looking for you.
We also spoke about RTA and them going net zero emissions in line with the UAE's efforts to go sustainable by 2050. Amazing initiatives there. Also, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed was spotted at Nobu.
Yeah, he was. And this is one of the restaurants which was just recently got another Michelin accolade. What does that really mean for a restaurant? What are the expectations and the pressures that we as people put on those restaurants when we visit them? We went deep dive into that on the show. Please take a listen. Good morning, Dubai. Happy start of the week. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai Show, where we go through all of the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Job hunt by FlyDubai. If you're looking for a job in the aviation industry, we have got you.
And we'll also be talking about RTA plans for net zero emissions by 2050.
The ruler of Dubai was spotted out and about this weekend at one of the UAE's top restaurants. So we're going to get into all of that. But before we get there, it's the start of the week. Good morning to everyone on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok. Thank you so much. We love your comments. Stabs90, good morning to you. Thank you for tuning in.
Good morning. How was your weekend?
The best. My sister arrived with her... she arrived with her kids.
Oh.
Love having them. We went paddleboarding. We went to the beach. It's cool enough in the shade in the evening, but it's a lot.
We went in the evening, not early
We
morning.
went like 3-4 p.m.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you're not out there like...
And where did they stay? Where did they come from?
They live in London, near London. Yeah.
Okay, so there aren't that many beaches in London. No, definitely not.
No, it's not on the coast. There's no beaches. They do a bit of swimming. I picked them up Friday night, 12:30, and we're kind of concerned because they've come in summer, right?
Yeah.
But we don't want to make a big deal that they've come in summer. And as soon as we come out looking for the car, the 6-year-old girl is like, "It's very hot." I'm like, "No, it's fine. It's great, it's fine." And then we go into the car. It's absolutely fine. And she's standing in the car park being like, and I don't have great AC in my car. And she just wants to jump into the car. I'm like, "It's fine. It's not hot. It's not hot. It's not hot." We're trying to like mindset them into thinking that it's fine, and it's tricky. It's a challenge.
But I'm sure they love the beach because kids absolutely love the beach. You just throw them there and they're like set, like their energy is maxed out by the time you head back to the hotel/home, and they're asleep. Yeah. They'll eat as much as you want them to eat.
Buckets and shovels all day, out paddleboarding, like they just had the best day.
You cannot go wrong by taking kids to the beach.
And just swimming. And we were it was like 8 o'clock, so home time. And Flex was like, "I just want to go back into the pool. I want to go swimming again." We were like, "You've been swimming." We went to the pool, we went to the beach. Like, she's been swimming like lots.
Wow.
And then how do you say no? And then they're tired, and then there's tantrums.
Where do these kids get this energy? Like, they have so much energy. They can just be running around and around and round and round in circles.
Probably
like,
the juice.
Just that youth. Take off and check. What do you say? Like, when you remove something, harness.
We need to bottle
off
that energy.
Yes, that youth
and
serum.
Hook it to our veins in some way.
Yes.
And just...
Exactly.
I think it's called caffeine for adults, you know? That's it.
You think it's taken from children? Just kidding. You know, I saw this post, okay, in the morning. It's so random, but anyway, I want to read it out to you. So it's like things to stop expecting from others. Tell me if you agree. So, for them to read your mind, number one. Number two, to fulfill...
Yes.
Yes?
Like if you're in a relationship and you're upset about something...
Yeah.
And you expect the other person to kind of get you immediately, that's never going to happen. You need to be direct. You need to let them know.
100%. And that open communication, that's the whole thing that comes into play in relationships, right? Like the most important thing is good communication. Yes. And when you expect your partner to read your mind, just know that your relationship's out the window.
Spell it, Oracle, absolutely.
Right, okay. Second thing, to fulfill all your needs.
Yeah, well, of course.
People have that though. It's like when they are in a bad mood, they're expecting the other person to just like cheer them up, to, you know, get them gifts and surprise them and just, you know, not make it up to them. Like they could be having a bad mood for whatever reason, you know, like office, work, something else, you know, like road traffic, whatever. And it's like they expect their partner to just turn their day around.
We do tend to put a lot of expectation on other people.
Yeah.
But it's up to us. We've just become these. It's up to us to maintain our happiness.
100%. Yeah. Like Will Smith says, you are both full people, complete people, and you come together to complement each other.
And you need to bring happiness to their lives.
Exactly.
Not extract happiness and expect into yours.
Exactly.
Keep going.
It's a lot of equations there, but okay. Others to change for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, the thing is, sometimes when you meet people, or maybe even if it's a family member,
Yeah.
and you put a lot of pressure on them because you want them to be a certain type of person.
Yeah.
And then it comes to a point where you're like, okay, I need to step back because no one's going to change unless they want to change. Whether that's like health and fitness,
True.
whether it's studying for something specifically, whether it's looking after you in a specific way, no one's going to change. No amount of nagging, no amount of reminders,
100%.
no amount of Google alerts on the calendar,
Yeah.
no amount of thought suggestions, no amount of post-it notes.
No, it's not going to
People
work.
aren't going to change unless they want to.
Unless it comes from within.
Unless it comes from within.
Yes. Agreed. So true. But you know, this goes for like when you want the person to change positively, right? But what about those who just want someone to change because it's like, oh, I don't like the way they dress. I want them to wear this because this is what I fancy. You know, like those kind of frivolous changes that you want to see in the other person just to like meet what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that sense as well, it's like, how dare you?
Well, I mean, if someone wanted that from me and they passed over some new clothes.
Hey, yeah, as long as they're doing the shopping. You're right.
Let's just do one more.
Okay. Someone expecting someone to praise you all the time. Just give you that constant validation.
You shouldn't need the constant validation.
Yeah.
You should be able, we're happy within ourselves, you know? The output that we make, we're happy within. We shouldn't expect it from sources.
It doesn't hurt to get it once in a while.
Of course.
Yes, but expecting it constantly? No.
Definitely. This is the thing. Exactly. It doesn't hurt once in a while, but we actually need more about like, what about giving it to your partner? If you're expecting it from your partner, you need to give it to your partner. And then actually, that's like teaching them. And then they'll give it back.
We're like relationship experts.
I know. It's 8:40 on a Monday morning. Did you know when you tuned in, you were to get this dish out of, you know, just wise.
Wise
relationship
relationship
with the news?
advice. I feel like we should just make this a relationship show. I'm so okay with that. I think
relationship
people are okay
and
with
family
that.
relationships. I feel like we're going there as well.
Yeah.
Because we've got such great relationships with our families. Okay, big story this morning. FlyDubai is announcing a major job hunt. So are you in the market for a job with a salary of 31,000 dirham? You need a lot of training for this one, I won't lie. Then spruce up your CV because FlyDubai is hiring. The Dubai airline is expanding, which means there are hundreds of vacancies up for grabs. A total of thousands of 1,120 new employees to be exact. According to the Khaleej Times, the roles vary with job opportunities from pilots, cabin crew, engineers, and also office-based employees all available, increasing the total workforce by 24% in comparison to last year. That just shows the expansion that they're about to embark on.
That is a big expansion, and a spokesperson said to support the airline's growth, 1,300 employees joined FlyDubai in 2022, out of which 80% of whom are cabin crew, engineers, or pilots. This is the aviation industry continues its post-COVID recovery.
So 80% of the roles will cover cabin crew members to pilots and engineers. Just as a little nugget of information for you, if you're interested in this, the basic salary for crew is 7,380 dirham. Now that's a basic pay. It includes housing allowance and transport allowance. So all transport, of course, is paid for, and also your housing allowance. And then it comes as a variable, so it could move up or around 3,800 on top of that monthly average.
Exactly. And the basic salary for pilots is 31,900 dirhams. Now that's the basic salary plus housing allowance plus transportation allowance with variable flying pay of 11,410 dirhams as a monthly average. So of course it depends on like your flying time and flying hours that you just clock in, and all of those factors come into play. But it is amazing. You know what? Every job comes with its pros and cons. You see this very attractive package, attractive job of like flying around and like, of course, like, you know, piloting an entire aircraft.
Plane.
And it's like, it seems so attractive, but then at the same time, you think and you put yourself in their shoes and you put yourself in their lifestyle of like waking up at odd hours, 2 a.m., 3 a.m. wake up calls, you know, like flying here, flying there constantly. It's like, you know, you're just being like thrown into different situations. So it's a lot of it, it's mentally and physically quite draining.
Exactly. And this is the up in the air teams, and we always say a massive shout out to the cabin crew, because when you're getting on a plane and the pilots, when you're getting on a plane and they go above and beyond, if there's like kids on board and they're really helpful, like it's amazing. It is a challenging routine. They have the challenging routine, and then I know a mom who's a cabin crew, and it's very tiring, but actually she says she might actually have more time with her baby because she's away for 3 days, but then she has 3 full days with her. But it's very tiring. It's a really, and then obviously you're leaving your new baby. It's hard. And
I feel, but it's like to each their own. It's like if the person is, if this is kind of lifestyle someone wants, it's great, you know. But if you want something that's a little bit more constant and there's a routine to it, obviously this is not the job for you, because there is no routine whatsoever. I
think you find a lot of people I've met so many crew over the years, they come out, they do crew for a couple of years, and then and then they kind of look into, maybe I'll do another industry, maybe I'll look for an office-based job. And that's the cool thing about here is that FlyDubai have those, and potentially if you're already within the company, you may be able to do a company shift. That would be amazing, kind of revolving door, because but then also there's that they put in benefits in place that if you stay for 10 years or 15 years, you actually get, this is with Emirates, you get a lifetime free flights. I think it's 15 years with Emirates for one person. I don't know if the specifics of that, so Emirates, please get in touch.
There's no cons, it's only pros, only pros. And if you're looking to get into the industry, it's amazing. Now that you know that they're hiring and recruiting, you can just like jump onto their websites and check out exactly how to apply and where to apply. But yeah, amazing.
Loads of jobs there with FlyDubai, and as we said, it's in line with the post-pandemic recovery from the aviation industry, which was hit so hard. So it's always amazing to see local airline doing so well.
Exactly. And another entity that's doing amazing right now is RTA. Now, Dubai's RTA roadmap to net zero emissions transport by 2050. So Dubai's Road and Transport Authority, RTA, has set an ambitious goal to achieve net zero emissions in its public transport system by 2050. The plan involves converting all taxis, limousines, and public buses into electric or hydrogen vehicles. In addition to transforming its transportation fleet, the RTA aims to minimize its carbon footprint in buildings and waste management facilities. So over the years, RTA will focus on decarbonizing taxis, limousines, and public buses, designing energy-efficient buildings, utilizing renewable energy sources, and implementing effective waste management practices.
How many cities are putting this type of strategy in place?
100%.
It's so impressive. And by implementing this strategy, the RTA expects to reduce carbon dioxide emissions by 10 million tonnes and save 3.3 billion dirhams. So not only is it a sustainable strategy, it's also a budget-saving strategy. Matar Altair, the Director General of the RTA, he emphasised the comprehensive approach to sustainability within the organisation and its commitment to becoming a global leader in smooth and sustainable mobility, which of course will be highlighted, I'm sure, in COP28 when it comes to the UAE next year. The strategy outlines specific targets for the conversion of vehicles in the public transport system. So by 2030, 10% of public buses will be electric or hydrogen powered, and that will increase to 20% by 2035, and ultimately transitioning the entire fleet by 2050. The plan also includes converting 30% of taxis and limousines by 2030, and then reaching 50% by 2035 and achieving 100% by 2040.
Exactly. Now, school buses will also undergo a significant transformation with a goal of converting 10% to electric or hydrogen buses by 2030, increasing to 30% by 2035, and ultimately achieving 100% by 2050.
The RTA is committed to retrofitting its buildings with solar cell systems by 2025. 24 structures will have solar panels installed, and the goal is to retrofit and upgrade 74% of the buildings by 2030, ultimately reaching 100% by 2045. Additionally, all new buildings will be designed with near zero energy consumption starting in 2025.
And the RT recognizes the importance of waste management and plans to implement programs to reuse and recycle 100% of municipal waste by 2030. Moreover, the organization aims to increase the use of recycled water in its buildings and facilities to 40% by 2050.
This is just such an amazing step and initiative, and the new strategy align with the UAE's preparations for COP28 and the UAE Net Zero by 2050 strategic initiative. It showcases the country's commitment to combating climate change and also, by the way, cleaner air. We talk about like smoggy cities when there's so much traffic. This will mean the air in our city will be cleaner, safer for you and me.
Exactly.
The RTA's previous efforts, such as the plan to make its entire taxi fleet eco-friendly by 2027, demonstrates the organization's dedication to sustainable practices. Dubai is making sustainable strides towards becoming a leader in clean and renewable energy sources. The UAE's Net Zero 2050 strategic initiative, unveiled in 2021, includes a substantial investment of 600 billion dirham over the next 3 decades. 600 billion dirham over the next 3 decades. Phenomenal. The UAE is the first Gulf country to commit to achieving net zero emissions by 2050.
These are big strides that are being taken by the UAE, being taken by RTA, and it's all in line to like mitigate Net Zero 2050 charter and reinforcing their commitment to mitigating effects of climate change on biodiversity, the environment, biosecurity, and public health. And the charter emphasizes the development of action plans, policies, and strategies for climate action, along with monitoring greenhouse gas emissions and identifying their sources in each emirate. And we know this is all in line with the UAE's move to go completely sustainable. And the RTA is just rolling out one initiative after the other to make sure that they are in line with this.
It's amazing because we always talk about how will the world actually achieve those sustainability targets.
Exactly.
Is it recycling on a ground level? And the answer is usually yes, okay, that will help, but the big players need to make big moves. Now, when the RTA, which is the road and transport system for the city, which obviously will have big emissions, when they make these strategic moves for the next 3 decades, putting in 600 billion, so impressive. And that is going to make a big difference in climate change. And not just the cars on the streets, the buildings that they're making, solar panels, all of these initiatives will have such a great effect on the overall CO2 emissions of the city. So big move by the RTA and great to see it.
Very true. And it is literally amazing to be living in a country and a city with government entities just walking the walk and not just talking the talk, because we see all of these, like COP28, we see these gatherings and meetings and people just coming together and having these conversations, but nothing ever gets put into place until much later, or until there's a push, or the public gets out and they really do cry for it and plead for a change and implement something. But here the public doesn't need to say anything. It's like the government know exactly what their objectives and aims are, and everything is in place to roll it out.
I think that's really interesting, because what can happen with these kind of COP events is that when they happen, there are big statements made at the events.
Yeah.
And then you'll look back and, okay, what was actually achieved? So in this case, what I think is amazing is because it's being held here in the UAE, it's going to inspire action before the event actually takes place. I think that we are really, as a country, going to look at sustainability and what can we do better, because obviously the UAE, there's been so much change in 6 or 7 decades. There's a lot that we can do better, but I think that this hosting COP28 is going to inspire a lot of better action, which I think is really important as well.
Very true. Yeah.
Let's jump into our next story. First of all, what were you doing this weekend? Were you at the Atlantis? Because the ruler of Dubai was.
Oh, I wasn't, unfortunately.
I was not. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed was spotted at Nobu. So Nobu was given the royal treatment and the royal seal of approval. So footage of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, was spotted at the world-renowned Nobu this weekend. Nobu is located on the iconic Palm Jumeirah and has been selected as one of the best restaurants in Dubai by the Michelin Guide, no less.
So the restaurant offers a world-renowned Japanese cuisine with a Peruvian twist for a culinary experience like no other, and it's just had a slight relocation to the top floor on Atlantis Palm, offering impeccable views. And Nobu's food, oh my goodness, if that wasn't enough reason for you to visit Nobu, just the food, now it's like His Highness Sheikh Mohammed approved.
And what did you eat there?
I didn't go to the one in Dubai, I went to the one in London, and it's just really good Japanese food. So like obviously the vegetarian selection is what I had, but it was Hakkasan and Nobu for me. It's like top tier. Nothing beats it.
Never eaten either.
And Trescent.
Trescent, love it. Amazing. And the move is interesting because it was always in that kind of like
location.
You know, in bottom floor Atlantis Palm, you have that walkway of great restaurants, amazing steakhouse.
Yeah.
And now it's come up to the top floor. So not only is the food impeccable, but the views are impeccable too.
Exactly. Location, views, ambiance.
Ambiance, vibes.
You know what? These Michelin, you would think, no, actually, I don't know. They literally live up to their Michelin stars, from the service to the food to literally what we said, the ambience, the service. Like, did I say service? I mean service. I'll say it like a billion times because the service there is so good. It's like every 5 seconds you have, you know, like, but you have people like just making eye contact constantly. So if you ever, you know, like water, tissues, anything, it's like they're just on the ball and ready to help you out. So it is incredible. I just love these restaurants.
It's so well. This was Michelin Guide recognized, and it's so interesting because they have we choose to eat at different restaurants because of these accolades, whether it's Michelin or whether it's 50 Best, and it. As we're talking about the Sustainability COP28, it inspires restaurants to do more and inspires that like extra level of service. So if you're going to a 3 Michelin star restaurant, you're expecting the eye contact and the tissues to be there. You know?
That's true. The expectations come with the accolades.
Expectations go higher and higher. But it does mean that there's an extra renewed sense of enthusiasm in the food scene when something like that comes to the city. And there's just like a highlight on these restaurants that becomes our foodie bucket list for the year. And we may not be able to afford the 3 Michelin stars, but there's so many, you know, the Bib Gourmand, which is more affordable eats. There's a lot more. It gives us a bit of a foodie little roadmap for the year.
I'll tell you unpopular opinion. Super unpopular, but I literally hate going out with people who go to these restaurants to like nitpick on things. You know, like you always find people who are just like, oh, it's a Michelin, let's see why it's a Michelin. And their food, you know, like some tiny detail will be missing, or a little bit extra salt, or not enough salt. It's like a very small, minute thing that can totally be overlooked, or you can just put the salt yourself. But no, that they're gonna pick on, and that they're gonna be like, what is this? Take it back. Tell the chef this is not how it's done.
So wrong.
Why?
Enjoy the experience.
Why do we have people like that?
So true. I think sometimes if 100% should not be looking for the picks. And if there's a small issue, think, look, we all have a bad day in terms of the restaurant. If there's something, obviously, if it's this went wrong, and you're paying a lot of money, you can see why a lot of that would add up to a negative experience. But in general, if there's like one thing that's out of place, 2 things that are out of place, just enjoy it.
100%.
Life is for living. You're at a nice restaurant, you've dressed up, enjoy the day.
And then you go there, you ruin the day of like the people you're with. You ruin it for the waiters, you ruin it for the chef, you ruin it for the restaurant, you ruin it for the city.
Is this coming from like a personal moment that you want to talk about?
No, not at all. Like, I just don't like people like that.
Right? Are you thinking of someone in specific? Because I am.
Now I am.
Me too. If you're watching, you know who you are. Nitpicker extraordinaire.
But like, I feel like I'm saying this, but do you ever want to? Because it is normal. Like, I might be in that situation when I'm like, you know, just like take this away. It's horrible. But it's like that is in extreme cases.
What's your extreme? I've never sent a meal back.
Okay, yeah, if it's too spicy for me, if I go like specifically no spice and it's like very spicy, then I would just be like, can we tone down the spice? Like that's for me. My go-to complaint would be on the spice.
Just that.
For you?
I don't think I'm more of a, unless I'm thinking once, because when we go to new restaurants and sometimes in our line of business, we're very kindly invited to places, and they're always at the beginning. And at the beginning, I would go out and I'd always say everything's great, because sometimes it's an invite and it's free, and they're going all out to show you a good time. But then the more you've done it, you learn that actually constructive feedback might be helpful. So I went somewhere and the food was very oversalted, and that's one complaint that I have sometimes, and not a complaint but it's something that I notice a lot here, is that food tends to be oversalted, and it was oversalted to the point that it was just
Not it.
No, and I love the brand. I love the chain
What's it called?
So much that when he said, "Do you have any feedback?" I said, "This is the feedback."
It's amazing you gave it, but the look on their faces when you give that feedback, it's just unexpected. They're surprised, they're shook, they're just like, oh, did not see that coming.
And you're hoping that they'll pass it on to the chef because the whole point is that it's meant to be constructive.
Yeah, and it's coming from a good place. Like, obviously, you don't want that brand, anyone hating on the brand that you love.
It's the last thing I want.
Yeah.
Stay open.
I feel like I know what this is. Is it?
Don't do it. Favorite place in Dubai. Anyway, oversalted lamb aside, it's 8:58 on a bright and sizzling Monday morning, and before you leave us, we're doing a little bit Arabic word of the day, phrase of the day, if you will. Simran and I are trying to get a grasp of Arabic because we've lived here for much too long.
Anna, it's me Arabic.
My name is Arabic. Marhaba, Anna Ismi Arabic. That was great. Kim Kardashian, so iconic.
That was so good.
So, just a little recap. Last week, we learned the phrase "I overslept," which was "Rahat ele enoma."
I will not remember that for yeah. You can't pay me enough to remember that.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Anjad?
Anshad.
Rahat ele enoma. Okay, so today we're going to do a little one I like to call I was stuck in traffic.
Ooh, I like that one.
Ready to go? I was stuck in traffic. It sounds like...
Use that on your Arabic speaking boss and that's it.
Say, I was stuck in traffic in Emirati Arabic. كنت عالق في الزحمة.
كنت عالق في الزحمة. كنت عالق في الزحمة.
كنت عالق في الزحمة.
I see they're using the three. Okay, say it 3 times.
They didn't use the 3 to say 3 times.
I know, but how are we going to remember? We don't remember it anyway.
I don't understand why they would put numbers. Like, if a non-Arabic speaker is going to be reading that, why would you put in numbers? How do we know what the numbers mean?
No, I think it's the pronunciation. Isn't that the pronunciation?
Kent Tralik? No.
Kent Alig fi Zahma.
You're doing great, sweetie. I love it. I can't even try.
You try!
No.
Which means I was stuck in traffic. You need this one.
Arabic with a side of shade. We love it. We love it on a Monday morning.
Kent Alig fi Zahma.
Kent Alik fi Zamma.
Smashed it? Smashed it. So it is 9 a.m. You should probably be in the office right now. It's 17 seconds past 9. Please reach out to your manager and say, Kent Alig fi Zahma.
Kent Alik fi Zamma.
Kent Alig fi Zahma. So from now on in our group, if any of us is late, we need to use the Arabic. Kent Alig fi Zahma.
And all is forgiven.
And all is forgiven.
If you're stuck in traffic, but you communicated that way.
Yeah.
You're 20 minutes late.
Because yes, we're communicating. It's all good. Even if we're
1
late,
hour late,
we're still trying to self-improve.
2 hours late.
Yeah.
What is the cap though?
There's no cap. As long as you try to self-improve in some way, it's all good. Kint alig fi zahma.
You have this on record. Do screen record this. Send it to your boss. You heard it from Casey. All is forgiven if you say it in Arabic.
Kint alig fi zahma. Okay, so anyone, start of the week. Guys, we love to read your comments before, during and after the show. If you want to see the full show, please jump onto our Facebook channel where you can see the graphics and the titles, which might keep you more entertained the whole way through the show. Who knows? But massive goodbye from me. We'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place.
I guess. Do they want to see us same time, same place? Why not? Bye, guys.
You did it again.